Yeah, I think that is live. I don't know how I still have so much trouble actually getting it right. I have been doing this for a while now, and it's not always been getting much better. But here we are, I guess. Hi, like, Planet Crafter again, and um, I don't really remember what it was doing. Anyway, hello and welcome to the YouTube, and welcome to the Twitch, and welcome to the gay side of the internet. Especially right now, because while I am recording this, while I'm streaming this, it's actually June. It's gay month, the gayest of us. Um, but you know, for someone like me, that doesn't change much. It just means that it's my month right now, but that doesn't feel very different to be gay still. But yeah. Alright, so I'm guessing the last time we ended trying to make more thing happen. Because that's kind of usually what I'm doing in this game. Is there anything we're close? Okay, the backpack is kind of close. Oh boy. So the sign's kind of close. I believe I also started unlocking biomass accidentally, which is one of those types of things that doesn't sound like it should be possible to happen accidentally, but here I am. Alright, so I don't really remember most of what I was gonna do or anything. I don't remember if I probably didn't have a plan or anything. Just play the game more, I suppose. Is the... Oh. I still don't actually know where the fish display... I still don't know if there is any, like, where you get the item destroyer. Because there is one, I know that much, but I don't know where you would get it, which is disconcerting slightly. Alright, also I probably need to get a nuclear reactor. For which I need a lot of uranium, that is interesting. Because of the amount of uranium that I have, which, let's just say, oh, that's actually more than I thought. I might have would have told a lie if I would have continued that sentence. But well, got to. Oh boy, I think I did just forget to stop the sound of my laptop when I was going to stream. That might. Whatever. I should do that after stream. That's something that I. Right. I guess I was building higher, which is fancy. Wait, no, that's up. I was meant to go down. I don't even know what I'm meaning to go down or up for. Do I have the pinning thing yet? No, I need to get the pinning thing sooner or later. Oh boy, I need osmium for that. Oh dear. I need more heat, which is kind of constantly true. I need more water. Do I have a lot of iridium to try and make that happen? Oh, I have got pretty good amounts of iridium. I can't actually have all that in my inventory to need more bars. Right, silicon, titanium, aluminium, titanium, aluminium, silicon, tinity, and aluminium. So I guess I need titanium. And then I'll need to see where I'm gonna place. Do I even have enough? Yeah, no, I have enough energy for now at least. So that's going to be probably a pretty big boost to my heat production, because I think all that I have so far are tier 2 ones. So tier 3 should be a pretty decent improvement. Do those go? No, they do go inside. Alright. Do I have tier 3? I might actually have tier 3 ones. I'm gonna have to find out. Also, I feel like I'm talking pretty quiet. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a bit eepy. I don't know. A bit eepers. I'm sure it'll not be a problem. Nothing's ever a problem, right? That's always what I say before something becomes a huge problem. Actually, that's not true. I've been saying it 90% of my whole life. Don't even ask. I'm just really good at making problems. Which is not the part of problems that you want to be good at. So, I guess these are doing almost nothing. That's right. Deconstructing them and I realized, oh, that's going to all drop on the floor, and that's going to be not. Actually, that is all me because they're on the floor, and that's not nice. Still remember I had a lot of problems with stuff on the floor last time, which is no good. Alright, so I'm gonna have to deposit some of that stuff at the base. I really can't wait for cool stuff. That, like, there's a lot of cool stuff, but I mean, like, cool stuff. There's some stuff specifically that I'm looking forward to unlocking. I think I already showed it last time, the vehicles, for example. And then there's some stuff that, there's probably at least some stuff that I haven't seen yet, because there was the big update that happened that I hadn't played yet. So that might be very interesting. But yeah, the vehicle station is going to be awesome. So, yeah, I was going to store away these ores because I didn't have enough space in my inventory. Flume. Yeah, I was also thinking I could make some Irida rods. Irida rods. Irida rod. Look at that. Beautiful. Now I have more compact iridium, which will help me have a space in my thing, my cupboard, my brain came up with the cabinet. Is that? No, locker is the word. My brain came up with cabinet, cupboard. Cupboard? No, it didn't come up with cupboard. Came up with words, and one of them was klaxon, and I was pretty certain that was not the word I was looking for. Like, at least 30% certain. And here we go. Hello. Come with me, you little blip. Alright. Let's see where all of this, because I think I have aluminium here, which is always nice to have. So I thought maybe if I could just quickly nab some aluminium, then that's a good idea, but I'm not sure that I'm finding a lot. Most of what I'm finding seems to be not aluminium. Oh, but that is aluminium. Iridium. Can I get up? Alright. I need aluminium. Iridium. Aluminium. I can have one more. Aluminium. Look at that. Look at all of that, yo. Look at all of that, yo. Yo. Alright. Oh, there's more chests left here. I would have expected me to have taken all of them. It's actually an interesting thing with chests. They may... I don't know about this. They may be limited, for one. And they may also be... They may only generate their contents when you actually open them. By which I mean, like, limited as in there's no... They don't randomly respawn. If you've opened the chest, then that's... It's... You know, it's opened and there's not gonna be a new one ever, because that's not how it works. Also, rain. Yay! Unlike rain yet last time. In real life, in this game, yay! In this game, that's pretty good. But, what else was I saying? Oh yeah, the chests. Because I think chests probably don't respawn. And I'm not sure, but it may be that they only generate when you open them. So... Which is telling me my ads are about to start, which always confuses me because of unintelligence. I'm just gonna... I don't know if the ads are rolling now. I'm guessing they are going to run in a few seconds. It might be that they have now started rolling. I'm always confused. For somebody who's trying to be a streamer, I know exceptionally little of how all of the stuff that I'm trying to work with actually, how it actually works. I'm not great at these things. Also, I should probably switch to loud noises. Didn't mean to noise so loudly. Alright. I needed to switch for a second to a different thing so that few of my internet tabs would be loaded in, because I'm not going to admit to the crime of how many tabs I have open at once live on stream, because that feels like it's going to make a lot of people upset. But let's just say it's don't worry, it's fine. I'm not sure if people would agree that it's fine. Right, I think now the ads have rollen. I just made a new... I made a Borrelia plant. I planted a Borrelia. Oh, really? A Borrelia? Yeah, I do have a water collector. Look at that. I guess I can keep them in there, then I just take it out whenever I need it. And again, if I ever go places, I am gonna forget about that and I'm gonna run out of water, but that's alright. I don't know if it's alright, but I'm not going to think about that right now, because that's what a smart person would do. And that is not what you would categorize me as. So, I am excited because I'm always at the new backpack, and that's almost at the vehicle station. Vehicular station. Right. I guess I can... I mean, it's nice to just have a stock of space food. And then maybe just take it out whenever I need more storage for fabric. Anyway, I am going to need a biodome and a biolab. So how long did we need to... I think it's like 500 nano Kelvin. Alright, I can start working on the biodome. So 2 titanium, 2 cobalt, aluminium, and some super. Oh, oh, it's what? Oh, all right. That's threatening. Oh boy, yeah. This whole area is gonna be underwater, isn't it? You know, oh. All right. I'm, boy. I mean, sad for content that I realized what was gonna happen before it actually did happen, because imagine how funny that would have been. But also, that's kind of good for me though that I realized that, because else that was gonna be I was going to be have the problem. The problem was mine if that happened. You know, that could have been a problem. Now at least I realize I'm probably gonna have to schmove a bit. If I make it just really tall, I could probably get in with the dot. Was I already working on that? Probably not. Oh, maybe. You are what? You are gay. I am. Biodome. Do I want to have that on my own build? Why is that not? Why is that not? Oh, there it is. The greens. Well, I mean, if I'm gonna place it on that height, then that's not gonna be great because it will also drown. I might need to go up to the mountain here. I'm going to be a dwarf who lives in the nearby mountains. Goes by the name of Alice. That's me. I'm that one. Jump, jump, jump with the faulty spacebar, so you're pressing really hard and your fingers are really gonna hurt after a sec because you're too lazy to buy a new keyboard. Well, I mean, my psychologist allowed me to call it bad executive functioning. It's not my fault. Okay, that's an issue. I may just deconstruct that for a second. Oh, and how am I gonna get all of the power in? That's gonna be a problem. How much power do I have left? Oh boy, the water is really creeping up. It's just, look at that. All the green stuff. I thought at first it was grass that was glitching out, but that is aqua. 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 Water. Water. Oh no. Look out. The water is rising. Alright. Oh, I'm not actually that far away, so it's not like I'm gonna have to do a lot of things extra. Just a few of things extra. I'm gonna need magnesium. And I'm gonna, well, I mean, I've got, am I gonna need more? I don't remember how much aluminium I have in my storage. Where is the magnet? There. There you are, you scoundrel. Come to me at once. I must berate you. Beret is what they wear in France. At least in the army. Is that what they... Do they wear those? I think they wear those in the army, right? I'm not particularly versed at the ways of armies. those a bit. Actually, did I need to drop those? Maybe not. Let's see where my solar panel goes. Alright. Then that should be enough energy for my brand new biodome. Then was it? Yeah. It's 37. And I have more than 37 spare energy. Alright. I'm gonna build that biodome then, which is going to speed up stuff, which is probably also going to speed up the water stuff, because I think I'm not 100% on how some of the like timers and stuff work, some of the progress bars. I think what happens with this stuff is like the water in there. Eventually, there's going to be grass growing and stuff. I'm guessing that doesn't rely on the separate things like the amount of biomass or the amount of heat necessarily. I'm guessing those are how much the actual stages show. I'm guessing that is based on my overall terraformation index and not on the specific bits. Okay, iron, titanium, silicon, titanium, so iron and silicon. Where is it silicon? Yeah, it is silicon. Alright, then I still need iron. I no longer need iron. Earn. Hey, look, hey, it's Earn. 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 Show interface. Biomass. Look at all of that now, innit? Ooh. Ooh. No. That's the closest I can get to a boing sound. I'm sorry. Alright. I haven't launched any rockets into space yet. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because it is pretty epic to launch rockets into space. But also, I don't know, they cost a lot, so I might not be super efficient. Like, they give stuff, but they take stuff. We give some, we take some. For a second I thought my microphone wasn't on, which would have been rather unhappyifying. But it was on. Alright, so... Oh boy. It might be that liquid water. I'm always confused. Is the liquid water the thing that is starting to appear now, or is it the lakes that are starting to appear? Because I'm guessing it's probably lakes, but I didn't see any liquid water earlier forming. So I'm guessing that I don't have the I'm guessing that I don't have the intelligence level to figure that one out. So let's put a ladder here, an indoor ladder. Look at that, getting pretty tall. If I get tall enough, I might be able to make, I think I said that before, right? I might be able to make an entrance above the floor, or like above where the water is going to be, which would be very nice. If I can then still enter my building. I don't know who Bill is, but ding. Oh boy, that's water alright. Can I swim in it yet? Alright. Oh, that's titanium. That's titanium. 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 Alright. Oh wow, that's getting blue already. Is it? I'm guessing that it is it normally supposed to be blue? Because water in real life is blue. Of course, some people have heard a fun fact and keep saying, actually, did you know that water in real life is not blue? It's actually colorless. And it's like, really? Water in real life is blue. It's just so faintly blue that it seems like it's completely transparent. And some people say that that means that it's transparent. Some people say that it means that it's blue. I say it's transparent and blue. That seems like the obvious thing to say to me. So yeah, it's transparent, but it's also blue. That's my take for the day. I'm not going to talk about whether it's wet or not. That would in fact make my cerebrum, I want to say, be peeled. That feels like an appropriate sort of thing to call it. It would become smooth, like as if I put it in a rock tumbler. Then it goes around and gradually it becomes smooth. It's polished like a. Isn't it like a Japanese or a Chinese thing? I saw recently that someone was like, oh, they've got a thing in Japanese. Japanese. Got a thing in Japan or in China that they started doing a while ago where they polish balls of dirt, which looked pretty cool. And practically there were ways to get a super smooth polished ball of dirt, which seems unfortunately similar to my brain, if I would have to guess. So it's cool that it exists, but I'm gonna have to beat the allegations that I'm actually a large ball of polished dirt now, so that for me that's not as great actually. So I think I'm gonna check what heat level I need to get those caves that are open, because I'm not sure. I thought it was 500 nano kelvins for but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. They're getting smaller already. That's osmium right at my fingertips. Alright, so they're supposed to melt later, but I guess they've already molten partially? Cool, anyway. I don't mind. That seems very epic. So I've got 3 or 4 osmium, I think. Which is not a lot, but that's going to allow me to do some things. Scared for a second that I wasn't going to be able to get out there. If you're greedy enough to get all of this osmium, we won't let you out of this place. You need to leave at least one there for the god of prosperity or something. For the spirit of greed, who will turn you into a toad if you do not do nice. So what can I do again with? I mean, I guess for the biolab, yeah. I do need more aluminium though, for biolab. Hey, look, it's a tower. Hey, look, it's a less impressive tower. I've actually already built a tower that's more impressive than the tower that I'm trying to make impressive. That's... I've accidentally built a tower that is taller, which is... that kind of demonstrates something about how tall my intentional tower is, I would say. Alright, oh, I'm running out of iron stocks. Alright, I'm gonna put that thing here. Silver. Super. I'm going to find some iron so that I may build more lockers. How epic is that? Alright, okay, that's one iron. Where is my iron at? Where is my iron at? Iron. Iron. I'm rich now. We'll never beat the dwarf allegations. I've made 2 allegations in this single stream. I am now cooked. I can conclude from this that I have lost my sense of individuality. Oh wow, it's that is right underneath my base, which is showing that yes, my base is probably gonna be underwater. Oh, Zindum. I'm so glad that I've had chemistry class and I know all the very legit names of all the elements, like Ozumno. Where is... oh yeah, backpack. I don't know if I'm gonna get the backpack very soon because I'm guessing I'm still missing a bunch of stuff for it. But it might be epic. Oh. It's gonna be like actually with the power of friendship and also a whole bunch of resources that I have, I'm gonna be able to make this thing right now. But like then, right, not right now, but when you know, you probably don't. That wasn't a very good explanation. There is water there. The water is ever increased. Is that a swimming animation I see? No, not quite. Might have just been the jumping animation. Is that any lower than this is? No, that's pretty similar. Oh, it's already got the... oh, the wet sounds. I think... wait, is this low? I don't know, maybe this is also not low. No, it's pretty similar. Oh, is this low? Oh. Anyway. Oh, chest. Have I really gone exploring here very much? I might not. Oh wow, that's full. That is packed. I'll come by there another time and I'll be like, oh wow, I've never found this chest before, I guess. Oh. My poor base is going to be underwater. Which, you know, for some people that's relatable, having like a base or a house that's underwater. Potato, potato. Alright, now... I was going to say something, but I forgot. That happens to me a lot, you know? Both that I want to say something and that I then forget what I wanted to say. Right, Cobubble. I like Cobubble. I'm gonna... Cobubble. I read that on accident I read it wrong and I read Kubablu. But that is kind of funny. Alright. Ooh, a bottle. I don't really need the water bottles that it gives me because I can make my own. But I can do stuff with those plants. Had a yawny moment. I do want to make an ore extraction because that is probably going to be useful. Oh boy. That's also 2 osmium. Did I have 3 or 4 osmium? I think 4, right? Nope. I have 3 osmium, so I cannot yet build both an extractor and a biolab. I guess at least the extractor I can get close. Or I might be able to scratch together all of the things that I need for it. And then I'll check later for the biolab. I think what I needed was magnesium and titanium. I'll see if that's correct when I get back, I suppose. Titanium. Because the ore extractor is going to be probably pretty pog. I did remember the things that I still needed properly. I feel like a gamer right now. Like the gayest of gamers. Which is pretty epic, just for the record. Titanium. Cool. Alright. Thought for some reason it'd come down again, but no such luck. The water is ever rising into my feet. Yuki, so a reader rod. And 2 osmium. I'm going to take those. And I'm going to build that at the osmium place. Because real gamers get osmium. Copium? No. Osmium. Isn't it something like osmium gas? That's not like that. That wouldn't be it. No, there's some kind of a gas that's heavier than air, because helium is lighter than air, right? That's why helium balloons float, and that's why when you consume the helium, your voice becomes all funny and high. But there is also apparently a gas that's heavier that has a that just vibrates slower with your voice. Oh, balls. But that vibrates slower with your voice, so it makes it lower frequency, so it kind of has the opposite effect of helium. It brings your voice down, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I've ever heard it in practice, but I've heard of it, which, I mean, it seems kind of cool. I've never played with helium myself, or with osmium, or well, with whatever it actually, because, I mean, osmium is a metal. It's probably going to be, it's probably only going to be a gas at a temperature that is extremely unsafe to breathe in. Because remember, kids, you shouldn't breathe in metals that are like 5,000 Kelvin. I think iron only melts at like 3,000 Kelvin. I'm gonna look that up really quickly before I say things that are wrong, because I would never do it that. I would never say things that are wrong. Iron. Oh, 1800 Kelvin. Much less than I thought, but still. If it's 1800 to melt it, then whatever the temperature is capable of evaporating iron is not something you want inside of your lungs. I can tell you that already without knowing what that temperature is, because I do know that it's going to be higher than those 1800. And I don't know. I know things about the lungs, and I know easily enough about your lungs to know that they are not going to enjoy 1800 Kelvin. That's just going to be a bit warm. Oh yeah, low power. I forgot about that. So solar panel. I need magnesium and aluminium. Did I have more aluminium, or did I just use all of mine? That would be a problem. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It would in fact appear that I have made an error in my calculations. Cries in Spanish. I don't cry in Spanish. I'd be most likely to cry in English, I suppose. Maybe in Dutch. Let's see if there's any aluminium. I mean, there was pretty good aluminium over there, right? So if I don't find anything here, I can always go over there. I'm still not sure about the ore generation in this game. I think I've said that before. But I don't really know when ores respawn, if they do at all, or if you just need to use the... Oh boy, I appear to have missed when ads started rolling. I appear to have missed the message. So if anyone's missed any interesting things, then I'm sorry for that. Sometimes I get consumed by video games physically. They try to digest me, which is not comfortable for me. I don't know how it is for them, but not for me. So if I have enough aluminium now, I'm gonna make a... Well, if I have enough... I need the aluminium for a... Not a stoplight, what am I saying? For a solar panel. Because I'm out of power. Because I already built the mining thing, that's right. I have an interesting way of existing in the world sometimes. There is my building. Oh, there's the puzzles as well. Is the grass gonna be underwater, or is it just gonna... Is it gonna disappear or something? That's not water, right? No, it's just darkness. Oh yeah, cause I accidentally didn't build enough energy, and now my whole base is out of power. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And aluminium. There we go. I need magnesium. Where is the magnesium? Are you magnesium? No, are you magnesium? You? That's not even a thing. No, I'm not seeing any magnesium yet. Is that? No, that's cobalt. Am I missing all the magnesium? I'm doing like a yakety sax running around them sequence. Oh. there is one. Is that, yeah, that's another one. Manonium. So, I've got that. I'm gonna make the. I'm gonna transport the. That should be enough space in my inventory, right? I think. I don't remember. I don't remember when last I exploded. Alright. What is blocking it? Why is... Oh, is the water starting to get to a point where it... Can you not place the solar panels in water maybe? Because if that is the case, then I'm gonna need to do some creative stuff here. I still have a lot of power. I'm gonna need to do some smart things, which is... I wouldn't say that's my strong suit. Some people would say, but those are just weird. Alright. Okay, so backpack is still 10 Ti away. Then I get Ti out. And I need like 4 more kilowatts of power generation. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I guess I can get one more aluminium with ALUMINDIUM for the record. One more magnesium, and I can see if I can build more solar panels. Let's because in that I think in that cave there was still like some aluminium that I hadn't picked up yet, so that will be significantly epic. Laptop is I'm still not sure. I mean, I think no one's sure yet what's actually the best thing to do for like laptop batteries, when to unplug them or when to just let them charge, because I've heard something like if you keep it between 20 and 80% charged. I usually try to keep it above 50% and not keep it running on, like not keep it charging when it's not 100% for too long. But I have no clue if that's good for it either. So I'm just confused. Alright, that's no aluminium yet. Is there, where's the way up there? Is it, oh, that's, seems to be it. Where is my aluminium, eh? Where have you hidden my aluminium, you anchor, 'cause you anchor me to the ground. You keep me from moving. That's why you are an anchor. Wink, wink. Alright, there's some good stuff. Ooh, it is good. Ooh, oxygen. Oh boy. I need a seat maybe, and then This is a good moment for yakety sax. Where is, come on, I have like 20 seconds of oxygen left, I think. 20th. Oh, is it already? No, it's not filling out yet. Okay. I'm fine. Look, I'm fine. These two aren't. These two are royally missed for now. Because I made a dum-dum. But that's fine, because I do that all the time. I always dum-dum. That's, you know, you should know that by now. If you have a problem with me doing a dum-dum and, you know, then you no longer work, then just don't be built by me. I say this is a case of cope. You need to cope with me not, with me, with you having, you know, it's not my fault. I deny any wrongdoing. Oh, let's check my inventory's full. Oh boy. I am gonna get... Okay, extra mining speed. That's alright. Probably the main reason that I would currently want to get a lot of those chips is to make sure that eventually I get to the fun ones, because I think it's really a thing of the more chips you've had, like I think it's kind of like it won't give you the same chip multiple times for obvious reasons. So if I make sure that I have enough of the... My brain just lost track of existing. Do I have the... oh yeah, because I think it's... I don't think microchips will ever give the same thing multiple times. So you would need to... You practically, as you get more microchips, you're going to run out of things that you could possibly get, so eventually you're going to get the thing that you want. So even if these aren't so good, then eventually something good will be... You know, I'll be able to get something better because of it. Because of it. I think I'm going to do some more building up. I really need a plant locker, but I'm not building that for some reason. I'm gonna get some iron. I guess I've got like 2 more stories of this building now, so I can place plants. That's where the plants go. You know. Cool. Epic. Exceptionally epic. May I add, incredibly epic. Like, epic to a large extent. Okay, so... Yeah, it's still kind of just the backpack that's coming on soon. And then... I probably do need to start building nuclear reactors. And then... Oh boy. I need more super alloy, and I don't have more super alloy, so I need to... Have I never launched a rocket yet? Probably not. Do I have the screen that does... No. There's a screen that shows you the stuff of the... how many rockets you've launched and where they are, or something like that. So... that would do a thing. So I want to get uranium because that's really a thing I don't have enough of yet. So I'm gonna make the one with, I think that was the one with cobalt, right? Because there was one with silicon and one with cobalt, and I didn't properly remember, commit to memory, which one that was. That one. Ooh, backpack. Just 1.5 mega TI away from my car. I'm always excited when it comes to cars. In real life, not really, but in video games, always. Maybe not like always, but very often. I think more video games should have cars. I think Minecraft should have cars. I mean, I've built, not really cars, vehicles anyway, but not really cars in Minecraft. Like slime block vehicles. Perpetuum mobile. Perpetua mobile, I suppose. No, wait, actually don't. Is Perpetual Mobile? I don't know that I don't know if Perpetuum or Mobile is the Bingle Pringus. Are they both the Bingle Pringus? Or like neither of them? Is there even a Bingle Pringus? If you really look... Ooh, I need to get some breath. If you really look deep into your own soul and ask yourself the question, is there really a Bingle Pringus? I don't know, you have to do that for yourself, but I can't answer that for you. But it might be good for you to do some introspective work. Just, you know, just to make sure. Because if you were to Bingle Pringer, you wouldn't realize that could have some devastating consequences. So you just don't want that. Just keep being nice to the Bingle Pring. I wonder if you can't build solar panels underwater, will they keep working if they already exist and then are consumed by the water? Or is that going to be completely fine? Because that might also pose more problems. Granted, they're not the problems that are going to make they're not the big time problems, they're more small time problems, but still, I have a way with problems that turns small problems into big problems, which is not, it sounds funny, I concede, but it's significantly less funny when it means that you have a lot of big problems. Just trying to create that awareness really quickly. Yeah, the Terraformation Index is actually going pretty good. I'm getting closer and closer to the vehicle. And after I get the vehicle, I don't know, I'll stop terraforming the planet. I'll just be like, I've got my vehicle, I don't need anything else. Government, screw you. And they're gonna probably like bomb me or something, because I'm a delinquent. Am I already a prisoner in this game? There's a lot of games where you're sent to a planet and you just, you know, you get to know the story. It's practically just you're a prisoner, you're a criminal who they said, like, on the one hand, we don't think you should be released, but on the other hand, we could really use your help. So what if you go to a planet and you try to terraform it and stuff, and then eventually you're allowed to go? That might be the story in this game. I don't honestly know, and also I'm running out of breath again. I'm running out of oxygen. Like a dum-dum. Like a dum-dum. Like a dum-dum. I breathe. Real shit. So if what was I going to do with this again? I was going to do something really cool, I think, with the aluminium, but I don't remember what. So that's an issue. Alright, let's see. What do I need? Do I need more energy? I guess I need more energy, but I always need more energy. Rocket! I was going to send a phallus-shaped object into space for no particular reason of my ego. It's just because the aliens will be impressed. You know, the aliens will be like, oh, can I get a piece of that? And I'm gonna be like, peace. I don't know if that I don't know if that's exactly how it's gonna go, but pretty much like that. Regardless, you can be pretty sure that I'm going to be the epic one. Just already start praying to me if that's any more convenient. Just don't need to wait for it to actually happen. But if you really want to wait, then sure, you can wait, I guess. Just get your clapping hands ready. Ooh, interesting little loop. I'm gonna drink real quick. Oh, that was sneeze. Alright, okay, it's been about an hour, so this is actually a hydration check for everyone. Stay hydrated, because it's in the northern half of the world, the northern hemisphere. It's getting, we're summering. We're starting to summer. There. Oh boy. Did I launch the rocket? Because this, spoiler alert, this is awfully familiar to the situation where you launch the rocket. This might just be a dust storm. Did I build the rocket yet? Yeah, cool. Look at that. Yeah, that seems like a sandstorm, alright. That is a very large black ball of something. Is it a black hole that's going to swallow me alive? That would be unfortunate. Just... that sounds kind of mean. That is also a very large ball. Okay, I thought for a second that little dust particle. I thought for a second that was a meteor that was going to land on my head in 0.2 seconds. But then it went away again. It showed its true nature as a dust particle. Squish. Nom. Om nom nom. Alright. Is that... okay, it's clearing out. Cool. Oh wow, that's big and green. I wonder. Probably not. It would be really cool if yes. But are those other planets that I'm seeing in the sky, are those my other planets? Because on the, like, the reason that I'm wondering is that on the main screen you do actually get, like, when you select your world that you're going to play, it actually shows a really big version of the planet as it looks from space in the side of your screen. So the farther you go on, the greener it gets and everything, which is really, really cool. Imagine if that is another one of my worlds that's just completely green because of how good I am at the game. That's you can take my word for that one. I'm totally very good at the game. Ooh, right there. Gonna get some no, gonna get some I refuse to call them anything else than and This is... let me crash somewhere around here. Very good. Now, I am always really bad at, like, finding enough of the meteors to actually get a proper, like, worth out of them. Well, like, not that I don't get any worth out of them, it's just that I don't always get enough to get to I feel like I'm always missing a lot of stuff. So I try to be quick and try to get all of the uranium as quick as I can, but that doesn't always seem to work very well. Let me do a quick save. Oh wait, no, it saved. Oh, what? Oh, it's getting dark, I guess. I was very scared for a second that I was running out of oxygen. But that was not the case. So, where are more of those things? Because, I mean, I got 7. I guess that's nice. Because you only use 2 per engine. So if I would get... Practically, if for every rocket of uranium, you get twice as much uranium as you use, and for every iridium, you get twice the ibra that you use. That would work, so that you can keep sending rockets. But of course, you want more than twice as much. So if I guess if I get twice as much iridium from one rocket as I twice as much ibra from a rocket as I spend on any rocket engine. Oh, that's good. Then that's pretty good. But I don't know how sincerely that is the case. So I guess it's good anyway that I got a lot of ubra, because it's mainly the ibra that I can really just delve myself. I can find a lot of that in the cave. Oh, there's more ubra there. The ubra doesn't work as well as the ibra. The word. I really like the word ibra though. You can probably read that. That doesn't feel like it was very obscure information. Masking sucks. It's a random sort of moment to say it, but it is. Firstly, it's true, and secondly, to my brain it makes sense. This moment. I bet some autistic people would see this will be like, yeah, I get you, Queen. Not that there's probably any autistic person ever gonna see this, because autistic people are people, and for autistic people to see this, people would need to see this. That doesn't sound very likely. Oh wow, I am. Oh wow, look at this power. Look at my strength. I have definitely been hitting the gym. I have had to skip leg day because I was doing how, I don't know. I should have studied more upon gym things to make funny gym jokes. Who's Jim? Oh boy. Ooh. Alright, it's not that far away. Can I make it? Oh dear. I'm approaching. Oh boy, that is right on the edge. Oh, that was not good. That was, as we would say in the Netherlands, not very snooker of me. That was... Oh, I've seen people be more intelligent with their survival. Even more intelligent than me? Wow. So... Oh, I'm going to place that food in there. It's actually beans are better food, more storage efficient and everything than space food. Beans, I think, are the best that you can grow just like that. Because they give 60. Yeah, they give 60 and space food gives 40. I think squishes give 40. Can't see that from here. Is that? Oh, that's a seed sack. They have a different one for each type of thing you can grow. No, because they're all seeds. Okay, so I'm really kind of teetering on the edge. Oh, it's fine. So I'm really kind of teetering on the edge of the amount of energy that I have, but I did indeed launch this rocket because I want to go nuclear. Which, outside of any game, would be a very threatening statement to anyone who would hear it. But we're in a game, so you don't need to worry. It'll be fine. Also, you should be disconcerted if you are physically premised within a game, if you are physically contained within it. That feels like a scary situation. But then again, you know, I don't know. So, I think I needed 3 magnesium. And do I need more cobalt? I need more cobalt. On my screen, cobalt is green now. There we go. I need more titanium. Where is titanium? That's the song by David Guetta and I think by Sia as well. Like, they worked on it together. Oh boy. I think I just missed the ad thing again. I think ads have just rolled. In which case, you've probably not missed a lot. I need to get better at that or something. I don't know, because I still don't understand the ads. I've been told by a reliable source, I think a reliable source, that if you have anything less than 1 minute of ads per 30 minutes, that it's no good, because people get pre-roll ads and that's not good for engagement. But I'm not sure if that also means that if you have no ads at all, that people still get pre-roll ads. I don't know. I'm not. I think I've said before I need to like figure out how that works, and I have then proceeded to not figure that out, which feels very on brand for me. That doesn't feel surprising as a thing that I would do. So, bam. That should keep me on a pretty healthy energy curve for a while. That's not as much as I thought, honestly. I'm a greedy little one, but at least it gives me some space. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's good! I'm at like 5/6 to the fecal station. No, I'm not like 4. At something actually is what the accurate amount is. Something. So I'm almost at 4/5. 3 4/5. I think 4/5. Oh yeah, of course. Because the nice thing about these rockets is they don't just give you and uranium. They also give huge multipliers on the one on heat and the other on pressure. So this is going to be really good for my heat, which it has been being. And that is going to be really good for my pressure when I get it. And you can launch multiple of them, which means that it doesn't mean that every time it's going to tenfold your stuff. It just means that the first time it's going to add 10 more times the same amount of stuff. So it's going to 11-fold it. And then the second time it's going to give almost 2 times. No, it's going to go from 1100% to 2100%, and then from there on out it's going to get weaker and weaker relatively, but it's also going to get cheaper, I suppose. So that's good. And oh no, I was like, why is there a single bean in my water generator? But that was my own inventory. That looks a really cool shade of blue right now on my screen, which might be because of confusion of the eyes and the brain and the filter. I'm gonna check what my little mining machine has done, because does it mine osmium? It doesn't, right? Because it showed the iron, and it's a tier 1 thing, right? It doesn't show tiers. I think it's a tier 1. And here we go. That's not gonna do. In which case, if it doesn't do osmium, then yeah, it's just a little iron. Yeah, that ought to mean that it's not doing osmium. In which case, I'm just gonna place it outside here because that's just a bit easier to reach. Do you think this whole valley's gonna fill up with the water? Probably not, right? Do I have a jetpack yet? Can I craft a jetpack? Maybe I can. I don't know, but maybe though. Anyway, I've got a lot of ores now. Like, we can put back home. Alright, let's split back home. Oh boy, the water is kind of, like, it is cool to see that, but you know, it's also, you know, I can't explain it because there's a political thing behind it, but like a thing that is related to politics behind it, but I you know, this I feel like Tuvalu right now. Tuvalu is a really cool name for a country. Just like, what are you? I'm England, and I'm Poland, and I'm Norway, and then you're just like, I'm Tuvalu. And it's just, that's just cool, right? And the Netherlands as well. That is just, and Scotland, New Zealand, and I was going to say Australia, but you do have Auckland in New Zealand, right? So, you know. Look at that heat. I was going to make a joke about furries when I saw the heat. But my lawyer, my definitely existing lawyer, advised against it. I don't know why. It's probably fine to make a joke like that. Just as long as it doesn't become too much of that sort of stuff. Are these going to keep working when they're submerged? Are these veggie tubes airtight? Like, at least watertight, I suppose. Those looks like little vents. But I don't know if they've made it so that, you know, if those vents are covered. I'm going to have to find that out eventually. The hard way, probably. So, that is going to cost a lot of aluminium. I don't have any of that right now. So that's going to be interesting. Oh boy. I am. Yeah, that's barely walking anymore. It's been a long time since I've done swimming. Like years. I wonder if I could still do it. I probably would be able to do it to a certain extent. I don't know how good my cardio is. My cardiovascular development. I don't know how strong my veins and my heart are. I don't know, is cardio like really a workout of the heart? Because cardio is kind of like endurance stuff, right? Is that a workout of the heart? Is it? Because from what I remember, I thought that the main thing you're doing when you're upgrading your muscles through rigorous work, I thought that the main thing you were doing was actually making more of the what's the word? More ions that transmit chemical signals in your neurons, mainly close to the muscles. I thought it was something like that, but I'm not 100% sure anymore because it's been a while since I've had that in school. Neurology and muscles and stuff. That's been a while. So it might really be that you are actually improving your heart like you would improve, like like you would increase the actual amount of muscle fat, but that doesn't feel right. Because I mean, when it comes to endurance, the heart is one of those types of muscles that doesn't get a lot of downtime if you're healthy. If your heart starts having a lot of downtime, then I think a visit to the doctor is in order. Just giving that as a hint, because your heart is supposed to be working always. It's if you start to notice that your heart is no longer running, that is a valid source, a valid reason to be concerned. That's not. Boy, that's no aluminium. It's more like alaflinium. Oh, it is my brother, alaflinium. You thought I was going to say that it was the brother of aluminium, didn't you? Probably not. But if he did, then I've got you there. And I've got you now, you sneaky. Alright, where is the last aluminium? Where can I find the last of the shiny boys? Where? No, that's not one of the shiny boys. That one was unshiny. Okay, I'm not sure there's any aluminium left in this place currently. Which, makes me a bit concerned. Because, again, I don't really know how the ores generate necessarily in this game. So I might have to wait for a meteor to put those down on the floor for me. Which, if that is the case, that could be ages. And then it's still the question, if those despawn, then it's still the question of, am I even going to find it once it gets here, or am I just not going to know? And then, oh boy, there are concerns in my noggin, as it were. You know. Oh boy. So. Oh boy. I need to charge my laptop. I still haven't checked if my laptop has a. That looked like a really large plant. I still haven't checked if my keyboard is a. Like I've checked if it was a good. Oh boy, it's. Oh, it's starting to get neepy. It's starting to get the neepiest of neepies. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to evacuate sometime soon, and that. I mean, I can find more in the caves and in the dark, dreary caves and stuff. Oh yeah, I need water. Which is ironic. You'd say I could find water around here someplace, and it doesn't seem like it's. I'm not 100% on the way that seawater gets salty, but it feels like that wouldn't have happened yet. Oh, that's a lot of energy too, but I have a thing at least. Alright. I need to turn this into an alloy. Do I have any silicon and titanium? I think I need titanium, right? Alright, that's one more super alloy. Now I only need one more aluminium, which is gonna be difficult because that place seems to be out and that place seems to be out. I may need to start finding chests that have any. And well, with my place running underwater, that's gonna be let's just say there's plenty of difficulties for me to be working. Oh, uranium. Alright. You know, there's always the funny things of like how to learn to beatbox, like the really basic things, like boots and cats and like that was one that I've heard before, like a bootsy cat, and there's more. There's oh yeah, there's some showing on my screen for a second. I was scared that it might. But that is sounding in my ears. Is Discord not on streamer mode? Oh, is it? Oh, right. That's interesting. Alright. Oh, wait, I get it. I did a stupid... okay. Streamer mode is enabled. Yeah, okay. I had a thing before where I noticed that it was using the Steam overlay on OBS, and I was like, that's not supposed to happen. So I disabled the detection entirely, but then it didn't recognize that OBS was running, which normally triggers, you know, that's normally when Discord goes into streamer mode automatically, which I'm used to it doing. So then Discord didn't trigger streamer mode, and I didn't either because I'm not used to having to do that manually, and that made it so that y'all were still hearing the pings. So very sorry if anyone got confused to the other world and back by that. That would be on me, you know. Sorry for that. So I'm not seeing any aluminium in this cave. I might need to go treasure hunting in some ships, which is not great because, you know, that's not a very aimed way of finding resources. I'll find 100,000 resources and then 1 aluminium at last. But sometimes you ain't got life for the choosing, kid. Alright. Is there any up there? Probably not, right? Oh, is that Alumbinjum? Alumbinjum! I happen to have found the single Alumbinjum that exists in the whole world. Single during game month. Oh, poor thing. Alright. So I am gonna I'm gonna make the cart thing because I've got the energy, I've got the resources. I'm probably gonna need to build that up higher somewhere because of obvious reasons, I think. But that's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be able to drive. I'm gonna be able to do the Dakar race thing. I'm gonna be able to. I'm pretty much gonna be able to do the vroom vrooms. You know, for the record, that is so gonna be me. I'm gonna be the vroomiest of vrooms. I guess it could be a good idea to put it up the mountain there because then I'll be able to get it down, which is easier than putting it down and then realizing actually I need to get up all the places. So it's nice that the uranium doesn't seem to disappear very quickly. That is an interesting thing. I don't have enough inventory space for stuff, so I'm. Do I have any lockers? I think I have 2 lockers up here, right? I think I bought those because of the spaceship. I'm probably going to take this sort of area as my new base of operations, by the way, because the old base of operations seems to be leaking, which it's not great for a base of operations that is currently being submerged in water. So I'm instead deciding, oh boy, those are space rocks landing upon my head. I may want to bring myself into safety for a second. Then again, it's also very fun to find out what they drop. Are these the affluent ones? Ones with excellent affluency? Those who are rich, one might even say. That was actually a pretty good. I'm normally never able to pull that off in the middle of a word, but in this case I was. Okay, let's see what's in the ruins of these meteors. Meteorites? I always get confused. Is there nothing? Are they nothing burgers? Nothing burger is a funny word that I heard a while ago, and it is. I really like it. They may not have anything in them, which is too bad. Or maybe, some of them might have something in them. I don't know. I thought maybe they were, because there's actually meteors with super alloy in them, and that is very nice. Also, I don't know how much a vehicle is actually going to cost yet, but at least I almost have my vehicle base built now, so that's gonna, let's just say that brings me a step closer to actually having one of the vehicles, having a one. I can still breathe. Maybe it'll be really, really nice and be like you actually don't have aquaphobia, so you're going to be able to walk around in here. But then again, I feel like I know video games, so I feel like that might not actually be what it will do. It's going to be confusing because being above and being underwater both costs breath because there's no oxygen. Yeah, but it feels like when you get out of the water, your breath should refill. So I'm gonna be like, wait, I'm not out of the water yet, and I am out of the water. It's just, it's just that I have no oxygen in the air, so it's very similar in that respect to what. Well, I mean, it's not really like it. I mean, the gas oxygen, not the element, the atom of oxygen, because there's a lot of oxygen in water actually. My biology teacher actually mentioned that once, how smart fish are, because they breathe the oxygen from water, and there's much more oxygen in water than there is in air. That might have actually been a joke, because I don't know if fish can actually. I'm guessing they can't actually separate the oxygen in water, because the oxygen in water is, that is the oxygen in the molecule H2O. The O part is oxygen. But I feel like that's not really. Oh boy! Oh wow, that is an expensive thing. That is a rather inexpensive sort of vessel. So the good news is that I have a really strong desire to get that thing so I can be the coolest kid on the block, the absolute most epic kid on the block, as it were. But oh boy, someone broke my bones. But yeah, as soon as I'm gonna be the utmost epic kid on the whole entirety of the block, I am also gonna have some more problems because I will have few resources left. But that's not my problem, right? Like, as long as I don't acknowledge that me in the future is kind of the same person as me in the past, me in the current time, it's gonna be fine. So, the things that I need to interact with, so the screens and the crafting stuff and everything, I'm probably gonna get that up the mountain, because so far it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to breathe in that place for a while, and that's going to be interesting. But some stuff like the plant stuff, I'm not sure, but I'm guessing that's going to keep working even if it's underwater. I just can't place it newly underwater, so I'm guessing the plant stuff is actually going to be fine underwater. In which case, yay. I'm gonna see, is that too rough terrain to place things? Yeah, is it? It's not ideal. There would be nicer places for me to have put this building, but at least it's very epic, It'll be fine. How did I get the... Oh, right, that's for the crafter. The advanced crafter. That's not a Swedish word. But I pronounced this as if it was. Advanced craft station. Advanced craft station. Something like that. I don't know. Why are you coming to me for your Swedish? I know like a bit of Swedish. I know jag inte talar svenska, which is pretty accurate to the real life situation. That is one of the few things that I could say in Swedish. And jag målar ett hus, something like that. Which is, that one is not true. I'm not painting a house currently. I've thought if I should do more stuff with language on streams, But there seems to be something fundamentally flawed about the idea that I would entertain a regular audience, but also that I would speak in different languages every time. That feels like it would be difficult to that feels like there is a problem about that, specifically that nobody would be able to understand me unless they would also know all of the languages. And else, could you imagine how annoying it is if somebody you watch just, like, they've got good content. Imagine that I have good content, and then imagine that you liked it, and then you're like, oh wow, I'm so happy that, she's finally doing this game or that game. And then I'm like, bonvenon a GTO video ludo en Esperanto. And you're like, what the heck is going on? And I'll be like, mi ludas GTO video ludon I think I'm exploding. But you're just like, what in the world is happening? I'm just playing it in Esperanto. And the thing is, for some games that might work, games that have a lot, and I mean a lot of replayability, I could do the same game multiple times, but generally that's not going to work so well. Most people are going to just be like, so how do I play all of the, or like, how do I watch all of the games, but also like, like it's a different language every time. I can't go and learn every one of those languages. I mean, like, I can, but like that's what people are saying. They're like, I can't go and learn a new language for every game that you're playing. And I'm like, well, you're right. I would say that's not my problem, if not for the fact that that would be entirely my problem. Because, I mean, problem, it's not really a problem in so much, because, I mean, it would kind of just mean that my viewer count is pretty stable. If I would get exceptionally few viewers, that would just mean that it's exceptionally stable. That's the, I was going to say good thing. I don't know if it's really significantly good. But that's a thing about being... That's a thing about... Oh, what? Pre-roll anti-disabled for 30. I don't know what just happened, but it did a thing. So if anybody missed anything... but I was going to say... Oh yeah, if you know that the average is 0, then the good news is that you can pretty accurately pinpoint a sort of, what sort of an area the possibilities lie in. If you have an average viewer count, for example, of 1 or of 0 people, then I know this from experience, that is going to help you find out at any moment how many viewers there are watching to a pretty accurate sort of small group of numbers. But I'm not going to say that having so few viewers is necessarily a very good thing. Algae Generator. Very epic. Also, Voice Crack Simulator. Very epic as well. I do voice cracks sometimes. That if you don't hear that single S, that might very much could be confusing to that statement that I just made. Don't worry, I said the S. I said voice cracks. Right. There we go. We've got our food. We've got our drinks upstairs. I'm gonna put all of my resources up here now. Let's see. Okay, this first cabinet is gonna be for iron. No. Right. Got an itch on my hand. Oh, wait. Seems like somebody requires my attention. Right, right. Okay, it wasn't a... Because on Discord, the difficulty on Discord is if somebody yells out to you like, I need your help right now, and they ping you 100 times. That's the same sort of thing that it shows you as if you just have somebody that sends you a message in a private chat 100 times. So that gets confusing sometimes, and my brain has to learn how to deal with that. Do I have any grass spreaders? Do I? I might do. My touch will not be able to see that far. Oh, I can actually light up some of the particles, but that's not... Yeah, I cannot see down there. I don't know why I thought I would be able to. Maybe I just need a slightly bigger torch. Alright, I'm gonna need 2 titanium actually. One for an extra room, which I now have. And then 1... Oh, and I need more iron as well. I'm gonna go scrounging. Scrounging? Is that the word that I mean? I'm gonna try and find it anyway. Scourging. Scourging? Finding stuff anyway. Scavenging. Is that the word that I meant at the start? I don't know. Scavenging anyway. I now mean the word scavenging. Cool. So... Let's see... it should be enough for the compartment, and I think also for the crafting, right? Yeah. I'm gonna be the craft of the I'm gonna craft Minecraft. Drinky time. It's drinky time. Right. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. I had to type with my feet. Oh boy. Does that play 3 times? That did very much concern me. I was like, what's going on? That one was pretty intense. I did not expect to be Banshee screen today, and then I remembered I don't know again where it came from. Has that always been there? It might be that we've actually talked about how it's always been there sometime earlier. But yeah, that scared me. That was not good for the amount of tethered to my body that my soul is. That number value has significantly decreased. Ming. I think I'm a banshee now, legally speaking. Right, I'm gonna need, I suppose, mainly more living compartment. Oh, it's raining! Oh, do I have enough iron now for another screen? Yeah, but that's not enough space, is it? What am I going to do with this? I guess I could put screens there. Alright. Okay, I'm going to need to save some of my screens. I don't know, Dutch, if you've... I think you have seen me play this before, but I don't know if you're following what's going on at all, but... well, let's just say... I may have placed my base in a sort of area that's not incredibly intelligent of me, and it appears to have some leaks in it. And I don't mean the vegetables. The vegetables would be alright to have in my base, because I need food. But, oh boy, can I... No, I can still, like, probably interact with my... Alright. Okay, I could really do with a craft station. Alright. Oh wow, that's a lot of iron from those screens and a lot of stuff. I was like, it's gonna be so easy to build 10 different iron things now, but I don't really use those. So what is that line of life? Is that just reflecting of the... Yeah, the classical mistake of underwater base. Yeah. I think my laptop is having difficulty with the... Oh boy. No, that's the wrong thing, I think. I don't know if it is. I definitely know how to be streaming. I definitely have abilities and capabilities. Right. That is the big screen. I'm gonna put that there. That is the other big screen. I deconstructed... probably. This one's cool, so I'm gonna put that right there. And then this one is pretty useful, so I'm gonna put that right there. And if I need any more screens that are not as cool, I'm gonna put them, stow them away in that corner there. Alright. Do I have any... Oh boy, what else do I need? I need a craft station. Else I'm not going to be able to make my crafts. And I need agua. Oh, that's just medium that was there. I don't feel like that was there a while ago, so that might mean that things do regenerate. I don't know. I'm confused. Which is unrelated to the current situation. I'm just permanently confused. Oh, I still need to make a good backpack. Because I have... yeah, I have tier 4. I can get tier 5 sometime soon, but you know, that's gonna be a while still. Okay. My laptop may automatically pause. I'm not sure what my laptop does half of the time. So I have more things that I had just now in my base that I deconstructed, got the materials for, was going to build again in this base, and now I don't remember what they were. Did I? I might not have actually had more things than just the screens and... Because I can't find it here what I would You know what? I'm gonna waste all this stuff on things that I need, and then if I find out that I don't have something that I need, I'm going to be really sad and upset, and I'm going to make it someone else's problem. That should be a solid plan. Has never not worked out for me. Cobb. That's not funny. Cobb isn't funny. Ming is alright. Nari is pretty good. Bull. 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 I wonder if I'll ever get past toddler age. I hope not. Being an adult seems stressful. Oh boy, I might need to get some food from downstairs, and I don't want to fall too far because my health is low. Oh dear. So, free running. Could use some real break core underneath this. I don't have any break core. I do have break core. I've made break core stuff before, but I would not be able to summon that at the tips of my fingers right now. I do have a grass grower. Interesting. Alright. That's fabric. That's the ones that I need. Gonna deconstruct that. Just what else did I have in here? Because I think there was something, right? There was something that I have now forgotten to make. I don't remember. You know, this game should also have like underwaterable based parts. That would be cool. Like that you really just have parts that you can build a base out of that are intended to be used underwater. For example, they don't have roofs and floors all the time, so two of them above each other connect, like have a normal ones do when they're next to each other. That would be cool, because then you could swim up and down. I think you could swim up and down, right, in this game. I have a low amount of intelligence, don't ask me. Okay. Going pretty swell, terraformation. Nice. Alright, so, heater, biodome, nuclear reactor. I need car. That feels, for the thing that I mean, I don't need to get to the station every time to get my car, but it is a good place to park it. It feels like it's a bad idea, but the thing that I need for transportation is so far away, but I don't know if it's really that much of a trouble. We are crafting planets. We are crafting the planetiest of planets. Look, I've accidentally put my base underwater. It's a ways away, but that down there is my leaky old base that I've spent like 5 hours in total on, I think, 5 or 6, and it's not gonna work anymore. That just feels like an incredibly me sort of thing to do. I don't know if anyone is surprised at all. So I'm gonna have to go back down now, and I'm gonna have to get some of that fabric that I have in that one chest. Well, it's of course it's wise. You don't see it yet. It you take a second to like get used to the flavor of wisdom that spit I be spitting, the truth that I be sharing with the world. You it just you need to get used to my paradigm. You're not in sound design hell? Why is that? Uh-huh. Oh, okay. My brain got confused about sounds that humans make. I got confused between with uh-huh and uh-oh. Okay. Now I'm confused. So you are in sound design. Is that because is my sounds are my sounds horrible, or is that unrelated? No, that's a different chest. There we go. Okay. I would not be surprised if somebody were to tell me that all of the sounds that I've ever done in streams are absolutely horrible. What are you working on? Alright, Mark. That sounds like a bad word. Fart. Oh, what kind of sound effects for what kind of game? Are we allowed to know? Is this a secret? Are the US going to chase me if I try to find out what sort of a game this is? I was gonna say, shall I be curtailed, but I don't know if that's the right word. What did I needed fabric. Casual roguelike. So, like casual in the sense of you throw balls at targets and get stronger as you throw young balls. Wait, is this the cat? I have heard. I think I've seen a game that sounds a lot like this. I don't know if that could it all be the same game. Is it kind of like Vampire Survivors? Because roguelike only means like the thing of restarting after every run, right? Not like otherwise. Okay. Oh. Oh no. Oh boy. I've we get to upgrade stuff. Alright. Cool. I think my power has just started failing. Yeah, I think they did actually think of that. Huh? I think they did think of making stuff stop working when it's underwater, which is not great for me. You get upgrade stuff. I'm gonna have to move some of this stuff. Oh, that's why, because that thing just stopped working. That is not good for my energy production. I'm not good at interviewing in the first place, asking people things about interesting things. Like, it's interesting, but my brain just doesn't produce the next question to find out more. And then also It was not a good thing that I just lost all of my power. So I'm sorry if I seem disinterested. It is my own dumb fault. Yeah, my brain is. I don't know if you could call what my brain does functioning. But scientists expect that there is something inside of my skull, which is surprising, to say the least. Oh boy. More things have just gone over what I am there. I'm guessing that's not good for me. Hey, don't act all surprised when I say there's something inside of my brain. Technically, there's space there, so there's bound to be something, even if it is a vacuum or a void, you know. There is something there, supposedly. Ooh, the game page, you're publishing the game. Like, big time? Like, as in, like, I don't know what I mean by big time, but like, you're like, actually, but I don't know, my brain doesn't words like sense. Wait, did that, was that itch? Or something like itch.io? And it censored that? I don't know why it would censor itch, but apparently it does. Okay. Interesting. There's, I don't know, there's those types of words that, for some reason, the Scunthorpe problem, where it's like, ooh, Scunthorpe contains bad word, must censor. Computers are interesting. Do you think they censored IT, like information technology, because the people who programmed all of the sensors were like, I can't handle this anymore. Oh wait, did I not bring the nuclear reactor? Oh, that's right, I brought stuff for a single vault. Not vault, locker. Oh boy. At least I can still breathe inside my place. If I wouldn't be able to breathe in my place, that would be a problem. But I don't think the water collector is working anymore. Oh. Oh, like you're promoting something. I don't know. I feel like you could also like say other stuff. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not intelligent for intelligent discussion. Silly. I get silly sometimes. Yeah, Steam is. Steam is fine. I don't know. It is very interesting. Yeah, another have low power game. That is currently that is what the one half of my brain is working on. And it's not the part of my brain that does the thinking. It's like one of those parts that has, like, all of the esoteric parts, like the part that stores the memory of, how I was going to say how I did a backflip when I was 3. I don't know if I've ever successfully done a backflip, so maybe not that, but the part that remembers the last time that I said poopy farts, or something like that. Which has now been overridden. That is now a new time that I said poopy farts. And now again, which is not helping me solve the situation. I'm only occupying the parts of my brain that I was already using with new things, and but it is odd that Twitch just decides to be mad at itch or whatever it's doing. That oh, Iceland built a nuclear power plant in my own backyard. That's not enough energy yet. Interesting. Is it? Wait, it is bright again. No, it's not enough. Oh boy. Okay, I'm not gonna get very political, but Twitch does seem like if you look into the business structure, I don't know if Twitch is very fond of small things, like, you know, like small groups of people who aren't, I mean, probably also not a big groups of people. I don't know. It's, I've been considering if I should switch from Twitch over to something else, but because honestly, because of I don't know, situations that play in the world currently, I'm not good at thinking though. I miss very many blatantly obvious things all of the time, so it probably is blatantly obvious and I'm just not aware. But yeah, because on the one hand, at some point I thought like maybe I should really just like say like, you know, true things about politics. But then again, the question is, you know, these days if you're not going to get muted for saying things that are just verifiedly true, because not everyone likes you saying truths sometimes. Tinge. And I'll make this ringe. Ibri, ibri. Ibri, ibri. Yeah, ads. I'm still confused about ads. I still don't get how they work, because I don't think I can opt out of having ads now. I don't actually, wait, actually, you're probably not even hearing. I don't know if everyone gets ads at the same time either. I'm just confused in general to make to clear that up, which is also outside of the whole ad situation. I'm just, that's one of my main personality traits, is confused and also uwu. The latter is very, very epic. The prior is difficult sometimes. Alright, you can hear me. Yeah, I don't know how to do ads. I don't know if... Because I tried, I think I switched it off at some point, but then apparently that probably doesn't work, but I don't know if... Maybe I just don't understand it. and it does normally work, but I don't know. I really don't know. But apparently you need to have at least one ad every 30 minutes. Okay, pre-roll ads, and pre-roll ads are more annoying because they're like, they really stop you from, it's like, let's do the thing, and then there is instantly a thing that makes you really want to stop that thing. So I don't want pre-roll ads because they're annoying for me and annoying for other people as well. But I don't know how to do it all properly. So it's because those, I don't know, maybe they're like submerged enough that they're not working, but I feel like those solar panels should be working again. Or like still, I don't know, it's confusion. It's confusing me and I don't like that. Oh, I need to get a new space because my finger, my thumb is a bit hurty. This is going to be an absolute bastion of just solar panels everywhere in short time. But I'm too lazy to get the right stuff to get a nuclear power plant. Let's see. This seems like it might be a good place. Oh, I also need to make sure that I can still drive there with the car once I inevitably get the car. I'm definitely gonna get the car at some point. I'm definitely not gonna just not have the resources for it because of my own fault. That doesn't sound like me at all. I think... oh, sorry. I wish I could make good music. Alright, I got some food. I don't got some food. I got some food here though. I was confused, which is completely in line with everything that I've been saying the last yeah. The music community enlarges. I could say engorges, but engorges feels like a weird word. Even though it's a cool word and stuff, but I mean, what gives you respect for people that make a lot of music? Is it, I don't know, to me it feels very easy. Like it's just, it feels like a personal issue that my music is the way it is. I mean, it might be just because how long have you been trying music stuff? And also, did you get any like formal stuff about theory? Because a week, yeah, I think it really depends probably on how you do it. I have the exceptional luck, which does make it much easier, that I have always, like, I've really started from the start doing everything with keyboard. Keyboard is my native instrument, and the nice thing about keyboard is it's a keyboard instrument, so like a piano, but it also already gives you like a keyboard just has a lot of tools that allow you to do stuff easily, and the piano keyboard just works really well for keeping theory very clear. What noise? Like, how noise will work? Oh yeah, that can be very difficult. Yeah, record. I love making sound effects, especially like horror sound effects. They're really cool. I mean, to be fair, usually when I want to make horror type of sound effects, I just record ambient. Like, I go out into the street and I record cars driving and, like, just chatter and stuff like that. Wind, leaves blowing. That those weren't words. There were words, but not sentence. And, like, snow, footsteps in the snow, stuff like that. Or footsteps outside of the snow, and just add a ton of reverb and stuff to that. That it just works so easily, so well. And also, I am very desperately near the end of my oxygen. Oh no, and I need to go around that. Oh, that's not a good thing. Ooh. Oh boy. No, do that. Oh, that was. Yeah, but recording and making horror sound effects, that is really fun because unlike a lot of other types of things with music, it's even much easier because oh no, that can't be Ibra Ibra. That has to be Al. That's me. Hi, I'm Al. But with horror sound effects, you can really just kind of record a footstep and then a huge amount of reverb, and that's just that's it already sounds incredible. I like that. But yeah, if you it really depends if you want to learn music on how you learn music and what the sort of things that you focus on, because if you focus on anything with a piano keyboard, especially some of the easier keys, that is a really nice place to come from. But there's really a lot of things that can be difficult. Like if you don't do, did I say the sentences right? I think my brain had the thing that I wanted to say, and then a language thing just disabled in my brain. Yeah, but because I have done, I don't really do enough with recording in general, recording of sound effects, recording of vocals, recording of instruments. Oh yeah, I do have them. I just don't do enough with that because I'm not very good at them. They are fun though. I recorded myself whistling once, and it sounded more like a flute than anything, which has confused me. But at least it made more sense with what I was doing. But usually, I will not have that sort of a luxury. I have tried to like do streams before where I just make song and I explain what I'm doing so that other people can like try to learn from what I'm doing. In like I can show it by like practice and something like that. But that didn't go very well because the song that I made turned out absolutely horrendous. But I do like music. I do like music. It's just, I don't know. For somebody who's been doing music for far over a decade, much more than half my life, it just, it feels like I should be much farther than I am. It feels like I should be good at something now, and that it doesn't feel like I am good at something. So that's a discourse. let's see where the solar panels are. I think that's all of my power generation from downstairs, which means that now I only still have to do all of the other stuff. Which actually are there... Yeah, that's the plants and stuff. Oh. I've made many bad decisions in my life, and this only shows a blatant example of that. Oh, they took my grass away as well. It was so cool. I was gonna have underwater grass, but then it's... Oh. That's mean. I think underwater grass should just work. Maybe it does, and it's just the power generation that doesn't work. But probably not. I make intelligent sounds sometimes. Very rarely. If you like catch me in between two sentences, you'll hear a very intelligent sound. Sometimes. You need to be lucky. It's like bird spotting, but the bird that you are looking for died 200 years ago and is now buried under the ground. Yeah, you've noticed all the smart things that I say? Very epic. Did I have any iron? I don't think so, right? Oh, I do. Right. Ubranium. I'm still sad that Ubranium doesn't work as well for the Ubra. The Ibri works really well. And, oh, silly. Silly. Oh boy. Oh, I need agua. Yeah, I've really been slacking off recently with streaming a lot, because the last time I just noticed a thing that was 15 days ago, and a while ago my intention was to stream once a week, and before that I even did twice a week together with Ocean, and that is not really how it goes now, so that's interesting. Okay, I was gonna do the car, but I've done 300 other things in the meantime. But I mean, I should make sure that I have the stuff downstairs up, because that's not gonna be great for my, like, stuff otherwise. Because I can drive around all I want, but if I drive around and I don't have the stuff that needs to happen when I drive around, that's just not very useful. If I drive around and I have all of that stuff, then while I'm driving around it's gonna do good stuff. Is it just me, or does it feel like it's been night for a long time? Maybe because all of my lights were off, that it normally feels like less long, I guess. Oh boy, those are a lot of drills. I might try to invest in bigger drills that are a bit better, and use some of this stuff for... Is this just a sandstorm, or are the meteors coming for my ass? For my booty? Like a pirate. Oh. That's the reason that... Actually, I was going to say that's the reason that British have never made for very great vampires. I mean, I meant pirates. Firstly, British have made for a lot of pirates. I was gonna say because they can't say R, because they don't say R, they say ah, which is it doesn't feel as scary when somebody comes up to you with a saber and then says ah. Just it feels like a dentist appointment, you know? It doesn't feel like I'm about to die if somebody says ah. But yeah. Firstly, pirates are not the same as vampires. That was a mistake that I just made in my musings. And secondly, there have been a lot of British vampires. So that was also untrue. Oh, I need the plant thing. Get silicon. Silly. Shadowman. Silly. Saruman the Stinker. That is still perhaps unbeatable. These are a lot of trips up and down. See, something like a vehicle would help me right above map, but I have just decided that I was not going to make my vehicle before I had my stuff up, which might not have been the best of decisions of mine. I guess that pod, I can't really move it, and I don't really need to move it, I think. That's just, it's a pod, it there. It chillin'. Oh, more grass gone. I think I have, alright, I have about enough. For the inside. I know it. You know, I feel like, oh, that might actually not be high enough. Is it gonna go that high? Feels like it probably is. Because I think a British pirate is one of the least scary. Because it's just, you know. And, like, there's different, like, areas in Scotland probably where they'd be like, some of them would be like, That's kind of like not as good either. But for example, somebody goes, like if they do it properly, that might be cool. I don't know. I'm not a piratologist. I know that everyone's surprised to hear that, but I'm not legally a piratologist. But I should be. I think somebody should award me with like a badge that says I know everything about pirates. Just because I want it, you know? I think everyone should give me all their money just because I want it. And isn't that just exactly what pirates do? No, it's not. Most pirates of history, not really. I don't know if it's most, but there were a lot of pirates in the history that did not work like that, so... Some pirates were cool. Some pirates were not cool. It's actually very similar with a lot of things. Like, for example, some rocks are cool, some rocks are not cool. But like, wall... Breathe in. Breathe out. Alright, that was... I need to start understanding things. I need to... Oh, it's a horizontal plant. Look, oh no. Oh no, the plant isn't... Is it? Oh boy. That plant is gonna be spinning like the rotor blade of a helicopter. Which might make it long? and strong and tall. Probably won't though. Just scared that it might also really not be good for the plant, but then again, it's plant autonomy. I won't mix myself in the internal affairs of the plant, else that would be a bad thing. No, I have the stuff for a ladder, right? I just need a bowl. Bowl. I don't know if I need... I should probably do more disassembling of like smaller, lower tier things that I don't need anymore. Alright, where do I have those small solar panels? Because they are kind of going to clutter, and knowingly me, they are never going to get dealt with if I don't do it just about now, because I'll just be like, I'll just come by there every time and I'm like, oh yeah, I still need to deconstruct those, and then the information flashes into my brain and out of it in an absolute instant, which is not good for getting it done. It's in fact very bad for getting it done. It's fun when you get to, funny at least when you get to talk about it. It's not very funny in the actual moment where you are getting the problem, which there was a lot of problems. Good night. Have a good EPAs. Like, not the place EP, but have a good EPAs. That was... this is why I don't have a lot of you. Anyway. I don't know, because of very explainable reasons, I don't seem to have been getting a huge amount of progress in this time, but at least I have rescued my base from the encroaching water. Oh boy, is that underwater over there? Probably not. That feels like it's high enough, right? Yeah, that'll be high enough. I might need to move my space base as well. There's a few more veg tubes. But I'll probably... I don't know how much longer I'll go on. It's a difficult question to answer. Last time I said, like, I'm gonna go on for another hour, and then I think I stopped after like 10 more minutes, which was not a lot compared to the hour that was promised. It was a God-given promise. I mean, it wasn't, but like, I did break my own expectations, though. That should fit. Alright. So, by the way, because it's almost vacation, almost holiday, I will probably be streaming a lot more the next few weeks, because I don't have like classes every day anymore. I have far fewer classes than that. In fact, I will have 0 times as many classes as I have been having. Oh, is that bringing my energy in problems again? I felt like something flashed on my screen and I forgot to read it. To read it. Alright. I definitely feel like I've lost a lot of like progressing speed with my problem. I feel like I could really have done much better stuff if I had not problems like that. Ah, it's not gonna fit in another veggie tube. What? I knew that I had to sneeze. I snoozed. I coughed. Oh, please tell me I can still breathe higher up in this. Oh, okay. Alright. I guess I could bring some stuff from here. I thought I had bigger reserves in here. I mean, I guess for uranium, yeah. And, oh, of course. Oh boy, am I gonna have to dance between the meteors? Oh. It seems to be clear skies. Yeah, you thought you hated rain now. Wait until it becomes meteor rain. I mean, I hate rain regardless. I don't know if most people hate rain, but it feels like it. Feels like there's a lot of rain opponents. I'm not against rain fundamentally, I don't think I have the ability to appreciate it as some other people do. It's just to do with a lot of skill issue on my behalf. Or my part is what I mean. Oh. I did the sometimes, and I can't even like do it if I try to do it. It's a thing that seems to naturally happen. I'm just a horrible person. I don't think I'm gonna build these again. That was a yawn. I'm just gonna put their resources in my chest. Did I deconstruct anything else that I should be reconstructing here? Because it feels like I may be forgetting something. Fubbed. Oh, I should probably also make a... Oh, that's right, the flight base. That is exceptionally right, even. That is so right, that is not even wrong. Flowers. So, yeah. I need to rebuild the platform, launch platform. Titanium and iron. Alright, it's not... I haven't used too much of that stuff. It's not like I'm gonna run out now. So that's fine. I will need to find a place for it, which might be uncomfortable. Unless it kind of like fits nicely up here. No, I didn't. I always knew that you could do it. Yes. Look at that. That is... once more, I have accidentally built a very tall tower compared to my actual structures. But this time I wasn't yet meaning to make a very tall tower of my structures, so that's alright. Okay. So, that's pretty epic. And I can throw away some of that cobalt now. There we go. Look at that. Whee! Whee! If I was alive, I'd probably be a living comic cartoon character. That would be pretty epic. Imagine somebody that like doesn't understand, just like genuinely really doesn't understand humor, listening to me and just kind of saying like, wow, usually I didn't understand people because they have all these weird things that they say, but you make perfect sense. That'd be very disappointing. I don't even know if that joke made sense. It was supposed to be a joke. It might have exactly explained why somebody who would have understood what I meant by it. It's too difficult. Saying true things is too difficult. I don't know how to do it. Alright, got some Snolfer. Oh, that was odd. So, Snolfer. Snolfer. And here we've got Onzon. So on Sonso. We've got on Sonso. Wait. On Sonso. That gnome did scare me. I was not expecting to be gnomed today. And you've been gnomed! I didn't expect to be gnomed during my Onsonso soliloquy. Google the gook. Veritable. You speak my language, I hear. Alright, do I need to bring many more things up? I think it's just the stuff from my... Anyway, Stellar, I'm going to show you how intelligently I've designed my base. Yeah, I've a bit of run into some problems. Alright, good night. And have fun watching your show. Have fun watching your silly shows. Bye-bye. Have a nice gay... That actually, I didn't... The funniest joke I've made today, which is very sad, was a joke that I didn't realize was going to be a joke before I said it. It is gay month though, so have a nice gay. Wow. What did I have again? Oh wait, those were the things that I constructed because oh wait, not in the seeds. I need to have a storage for the seeds, lest I lose my seeds. Look at that. Very epic. Ooh, is there any more? Yeah, there's more stuff back there. Definitely still some uranium and I swear, if I get any more esoteric, I will become an impenetrable ball. I'll become an incomprehensible ball. Just, it's I'll be like a hamster in a ball, and believe me, I will be spazzing around, just jumping up and down in that ball. And from the outside, you can't understand what's going on. You're just looking on in terror, like, why is this ball that definitely has totally nothing inside of it, at least not a brain, jumping around? This seems disconcerting. And it will be, but not for the reasons that you think it is. Alright, I've made my daily comparison of myself to a hamster. Tomorrow I'm going to explain why I should actually be admitted into the Hamster Hall of Fame. Which is true, by the way. I should be. I'm still very upset about the fact that I'm not an official hamster yet. But you know, it's more their problem than anyone else. Because they're missing out on me. Who wouldn't wanna not miss out on me or something? Is that how words work? It's confusing. I do often get myself in situations where I am bound to get lots of fall damage, and somehow, in part of those situations, I also manage to get myself out of it. Which is, that's kind of like... That's the least I could do for myself, as it were. Hey, look, some idiot built that base half underwater. Wonder how you could be that bad at the game. It's a good thing that I never have a problem like that, because that would mean that I'm like really, really dumb. Yeah, that would be ridiculous. Oh boy, I have made a problem. I bet I've made a problem in that room. Maybe if I don't look at it, it won't know that I'm here. It won't know that I've seen it. Maybe I'll be able to escape with my family, with my 17 adopted dogs. They might not be biological dogs, but that doesn't mean that they're any less dogs. That joke. I need to stop talking about every joke after I make it, because, to be fair, most of them aren't that good, but at least, the very least you can do as a jokinist is, when a joke wasn't that good, to not remind people of it. I have now done that even more than if I would have just talked about the joke. My brain works in interesting ways. Most of them not good. I think it probably runs on sweets, confectionery as it were. If you feed me a chocolate-filled croissant, I suddenly do equations. That's how it works. Plants. That's right, I did make a plants. getting hungry. I need to eat something soon enough. I guess since my pyro is working again, I can just take food. Wow. Can you imagine how nice life in this game is if you have the power for all the things that you have built? Yeah, I bet it's great. Oh boy, am I being chased by meteors again? My thumb doesn't appreciate that I have not replaced my space bar yet. Oh wait, I don't have the thing for it. Do I? I do. I do in fact have the thing for it yet. Okay. Seed. Seed feels wrong. Seeds. Is that like Tolkien style? I'm trying to think. This might be more clear. Seeds. Seeds. See? Seeds. There we go. Now everyone can understand what he actually means. Right. So... yeah, that's... I really feel like it's not going as fast as it used to be, but... I suppose that's a thing I've done to myself. But... now I do able to start again, begin to get the car. I'm gonna try and find, I'm gonna see if there's any aluminium in the cave now, because I haven't been there in a while. It would be very nice if there was aluminium there again. And if there isn't, then I'm going to be mad at someone. Okay. Oh boy, more sandstorms. Come on, come on. I want aluminium. That's all I'm asking for. I'm asking for a lot more than just aluminium. If I say I'm only asking for, like, that's all I'm asking for. If I say that, like, truthfully, by asking for, like, only one thing at once, but asking for a different different thing every 10 minutes, does that count? Am I still allowed to say that, or is there like a decay time for having asked for things that supersedes 10 minutes? And that won't allow me to say that I've only asked for the one thing. In which case, I'm gonna have to find a creative way to make that not be the case anymore. Maybe instead of asking for something, like, could I have this, I should start commanding people, like, give me this. Or I demand that you give me this. Or I really want you to give me this. Or I'm going to enrage upon you if you do not give me this. Just some nice, considerate, friendly things to say to other people. Alright, where is all of my aluminium? Where all of my aluminium bros hanging out? You're not aluminium. Where is all my aluminium? I think Australians say Aluminium, right? Not aluminum. Because Americans tend to say aluminum. I think it's like the rest of the Commonwealth that says aluminium. I think it's something like a marketing campaign for aluminium in the US where they were like, aluminum makes it sound more like platinum. So that's gonna make people really love it. And it's like, aluminium is already friggin' awesome. You don't need to make it sound like, you don't need to make it sound like platinum. It's aluminium. But they didn't understand that. It is interesting how one different letter, one different sound, can make the whole word feel so different. Imagine if you'd have this actually. Like, imagine if you'd be in this world in real life doing all these things, and you'd walk into one room, and that is your designated heater room, where you have we've made so much space for just 100 heaters, and you walk in there, and it's gotta be warm in there, right? Like the little one room that I have with two tier 3 heaters. That's already gonna make you sweat, right? That's oh, that should really be uncomfortable, I should think. Not that I'm like voting for it to be uncomfortable. I feel like that's probably uncomfortable. Did I go the wrong way again? Oh, yeah, because that's the outside. I don't know how I got turned around there. Is there any aluminium here? Aluminium. You are aluminium. That is very awesome. Very awesome. Ooh, you too. Nice. Alright, so this is the hole in the crust of hell that I climbed from. Gotta remember that. I might be best off going back now because I'm running out of oxygen. That's aluminium. Cool. Oh boy, am I gonna have enough time? Ooh. Missed. Okay, at least I do indeed have the right. You know, I am right on where I needed to go back. If I wouldn't have been, that would have been a problem. Right. I might see if I can get the vehicle and then end the episode there, but I don't know how far away that is, because I might now have like most of the important stuff for that. I very well also might not do. So, oh wait, I got a chip. Cool. I didn't realize that I got a chip from somewhere. Or I did remember one of those two, at least one of those two. I suppose there's nothing to remember. I also haven't remembered it. Pew. Choo. No. Wee. Right. Okay. You know what's surprisingly confusing? If there's people in chat and they... Because, like some people are just naturally inclined to say, anyway, I'm leaving now. And other people just, they just don't normally do that. Um, but it suddenly gets really confusing in the specific situation that you are streaming and somebody doesn't like happen to say it when they go away from the stream. It like it's not even a thing that's like a bad thing to do. It's really just confusing sometimes because I don't, which is probably a thing that you learn to deal with eventually. Maybe something that you just say like, well, I mean, people that have left, but if somebody just doesn't chat for a while, then I'm gonna assume that they're not here anymore. Something like that. I don't know. I could assume that they have gone into lurk mode. Lurker. Yeah. Come on, give me something good. Oh, recycling machine. That's very good. That is what I was talking about before. Ooh, that kind of deserves a bit of a special place in my heart, as it were. Oh, that's actually pretty cheap. Clean. And silicon, right? Yeah, silly. Okay. Seeds. Is it thundering outside? It might be thundering outside. Like, outside of my actual real life existence. Not outside of the game. It's probably thundering now outside the game because there's... Or maybe it's just a... Yeah, there's no meteor storm. It's just sandstorm. But, you know... Oh, he's actually 3 super alloy though, so I'm not sure that I should do that. Alright, I'm gonna put the Ibra away, and I'm gonna put... I don't have any of the bars here. Do I normally have bars? Iridium? Do I have those like still back in... I don't... No, I don't. I've taken all of it. I even took the flowers. I don't have any bars of it left, which means I'm gonna need to go hunting. Like I have enough for a bar if my inventory space will allow me. But that is issue-esque. I think probably if I even make it to the end of making a... Why is it? City... Tiny... If I make it to the end of making a vehicle, then, that's going to be pretty epic. If I don't make it to the end of making a vehicle, then, I guess less epic. But still, I have a natural amount of epic, so, yeah. Drank a little. Reminded to hydrate. Which is more urgent for anyone in the northern hemisphere at this moment, at least. Unless you're watching the video in the winter, and it's like, why is that the case? No, in the summer, it's important to hydrate. Especially for me, because my computer is currently, going. Because it's needing to render the game and everything, so it's running. My room is warmer than cold. You you could say. Silly. Alright. So I'm gonna see if I can get me some iridium then. Okay. I got distracted by Discord because of the nature of how I am. I can never actually suppose that something isn't an urgency if there is a ping. That's how my brain works. Because it's a limited amount of intelligence. I got that motorcycle in me. Is the dog in me still a thing? Having the dog in you? For everyone who is not a furry, that is, because, you know, I'm not sure I'll ever stop having, in a spiritual sense, a character who could be considered a hound within my spiritual self, if that makes any sense. Probably not, but you may understand what I mean. Alright, where is that iridium? Look at all that iridium. And then we go there. Ads doing things. I don't think there's currently anyone watching, so that's not a problem. I broke the fourth wall again of watching. There's no fourth wall, because I'm not denying that there is an audience. The let's call it an art form that I am persuading. Chasing. The art form that I'm trying to chase isn't, it isn't one where there is necessarily a fourth wall, in the sense that I do not break the fourth wall by acknowledging that there is an audience. There are like a few fourth pillars. It's kind of like a Greek temple. There's like 3 walls, and then there is a like the fourth direction is just pillars. So you can bump into some of those, but you can normally also get through to the audience. I don't know if this even makes any sense anymore to anyone other than me. To me, it makes complete sense. Probably because I'm so smart. Actually, that might not be the case. Alright. And then, what I require. Your desire. What I require shall be made known to me now. Boom! Alright, that's actually doable. Uranium, iron, and silicon. Uranium, iron, and silicon. Up-a-dup uranium. Up-a-dup uranium. I don't know if that's funny to anyone else, but that felt very funny to me. Can you imagine, like, I kind of want to see a show that's intentionally made, like, it's not intentionally made bad, because whenever people make intentionally bad things, of things that they're good at, then it's never really the same type of bad. Because, like, I don't know, at least for me, to me, it's never the same type of bad, because it's not, you know, it's bad. It's not, like, unexperienced, like, less skilled. It's bad because somebody's trying to make something bad, and it's a completely different sort of show horse than, just less experienced people making a thing, and it's just funny because some of the stuff doesn't work. They because you can see that they still have some things to learn, as it were. Like when I try to do things, when I try to breed, for example. Don't even question me on that. I breathe sometimes. I try to breathe sometimes. Alright. Then here got the de-assembling machine. Which is pretty epic. I'm gonna have to walk around it every time that I use it. I'm gonna have to put the stuff in there. Could I? No, I might need to walk around it every time. And this thing as well is I'll get stuck on that. Oh boy, that's not a great place to have that one. Let's see what happens if I put it here. That feels like a better sort of place. I can open the little chest, I can press the button. This is where, but that is gonna roll under there, I'm scared. So I might actually want to tourne it around to a point where I can do it like that. Like a pop on and a pop on. And then it goes here, which I don't think you can really get stuck under anything that direction, so that's good. Okay, so I am just going to joyride my car a little bit, because it's pretty epic. And then let's do the outro in the car, which is going to be pretty epic, because look at this! Regard me! So, this is fun. I like the car. It's not super fast, but it's so much better than just walking places all the time. I don't think it like uses any energy or fuel either. So I think I can go underwater without having any yeah, it just go there. It has not a problem. So I'm going to use this moment to say, can I get I'm going to use this moment to say this is going to be the end of the stream, because I feel myself getting eepier and eepier by the second, more like by the hour, but I am getting gradually increasingly EP. I am gonna try to be streaming more the next while. As I said, it's kind of like running to the end of the school year, so I'm gonna have a nice long vacation soon, nice long holiday, and well, I have very few places to be. There's no tropical islands that need my presence, and I'm not very. I don't need to be in their presence necessarily, so it's gonna be very. I'm gonna have a nice nice big amount of time to really relax, not to have packing stress and unpacking and then have to go sightseeing. And I'm just gonna stay at home. Staycation, is that what they call it? I don't know. I did it before it was trendy, and then when it was trendy, I didn't. Mm, like I still did it, but it's. Um, I don't know if I don't know if people will call it a staycation because that just feels like a trendy name. I'm not generally a person to who trendy things apply. So I'm just gonna be nice and at home, and I'll have plenty of time to stream things. Ooh, there's 2 seats in the back of this. I didn't remember that. I don't remember the car all that well, even though it's kind of the only thing. That's like the last thing before these streams that I came back to the game for, because I was like, they've got a car now. They've got a car now. Also, do notice, I need to notice that as well, that the car does not, at least currently, give any breathe. So I can't just stay in the car forever and things will be alright. No, I need to go breathy places for now. But with that, I will say that was about the end of the stream. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching. For the YouTube, check out the Twitch. For the Twitch, check out the YouTube. Of course, press all of the funny buttons. The buttons, like if you kind of like hover over one of the buttons and it turns like a darker shade, it's like, I don't know about that one. But if it like, if you hover over it and you feel the unstoppable need to laugh, that's one of the funny buttons, and the funny buttons are the ones that you want to press. So, press one of those buttons, and then I'm gonna say, I hope to see you again in the next stream, and see you later, I guess.